Hey guys, thank you for joining this presentation. We're gonna talk a little bit about how you can earn in the video gaming world, which many people have been trying to do for a long time. And sadly, up until now, only a few people have been able to do this. But with MMO Cashout, the opportunity to earn in this industry is now a reality for everyone. My name is Michael. Let's get started on my name. I'm 18. I game all the time. It's my life. All I do is game. If I can't game, I'm dead pretty much. And I hold a village in the MMO Cashout Kingdom. That small giggle you heard was Elizabeth Evans, and she's gonna be on this call with us. Welcome, Elizabeth. Can you tell us more about yourself and MMO Cashout?
Oh, sure, Michael. Thanks for having me on the call. He's not kidding when he talks about e-games constantly. Uh, Sorry, it cracked me up. Now, as Michael said, my name is Elizabeth Evans. I've been a video gaming addict for over 30 years. I don't say quite as much as he does, but probably pretty close.
Pretty
I'm
close.
also a marketer and hold a village in the MMO Cashout Kingdom as well. So why don't we start with what MMO Cashout stands for?
All right,
So,
yeah, that sounds good.
so MMO stands for Massively Multiplayer Online, right? And Cashout, right? Everybody knows this, I'm sure, stands for money. So unless you've been sleepwalking through life for the last 30 years, you know a little something about video games. What with names like Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, WoW, like World of Warcraft, Tank, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, just to name a few.
Yeah, and like you said, that's just to name a few. There's so many video games being played today. I mean, if you look at MMO Cashout's gaming site, there's almost 2,000 games listed there alone.
Yeah, and it's just a small percentage for sure. And MMO Cashout's actually leading a historic change. The movement's being enjoyed by people all over the world. Everything is changing in the video gaming world, and you guys can be a part of the multi-billion-dollar industry now. The only thing you have to do is spread the word. Now we've got everything in place. We've got perfect timing, a product with the largest global appeal, backed by an experienced and successful team.
Let's step back a bit to the beginning of the video gaming industry. Many people don't realize that it started way back in 1940 with the first video game being displayed at the World's Fair.
For sure, right? The first known video game was actually released in 1950. Most people will actually not think of that. They remember Pong, which was actually the first video arcade game. That came out back in 1972.
Yeah, I'd say Pong is what most people remember as the beginning of gaming, but look at how far the industry has come since then.
Absolutely. Look at the next progression, which occurs in the early 1980s with dial-up service, right? Variety of games being used for proof of concept by different hardware manufacturers and software programmers.
Yeah, but don't forget all the handheld devices. Most people would think of the Game Boy, DS, the PlayStation Portable, but remember back in 1978, my mom was
Well,
telling
I
me
do,
about
but I'm not sure you
Merlin.
do.
Yeah, my mom was telling me about this little thing called Merlin, and it was one of the earliest and most popular handheld games, selling over 5 million units in its initial run. I was like, holy, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, and it was one of the most long-lived too, right? Like it stayed popular all the way through the 80s. That's
Yeah.
probably why your mom remembers it so well,
Yeah,
right?
I looked it up on Google a few times and it was crazy to see. And but but look at the internet. Like the internet has affected the video gaming experience so much.
Absolutely, right. Look at what happened in the 90s with the new round of action and interest for gamers. For the first time ever, we could interact with our friends online and actually play games together, right? Other than text-based games, right? We actually got graphics for a change,
Hmm.
right? Neverwinter Nights, released back in 91, was the most successful MMO game for like the next 6 years. Right? Now, you notice the one point these video games have in common is the growth they experienced with the development of the World Wide Web. Now, a lot of the games today are developed for groups, right? MMO, massively
Hmm.
multiplayer online. where we get together, we create guilds, clans, similar groups, right? Improve our rankings, enhance our skills, and extend our social reach.
Yeah, extend that social reach to 2.5 other billion gamers. Like,
Yeah, that's just a little section of the
yeah,
population.
that's what, one third?
Yeah, something
Almost
like that.
little.
1/3 of the population.
Yeah, and growing. There's a bunch of people getting into gaming now, and that's yeah, it's a growing market. It's expanding. It's crazy. Some colleges and universities around the globe have now started offering scholarships for video gaming too. That's pretty crazy to hear.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
I actually participated in one in a college tournament about a year ago. It was pretty fun.
Oh, I bet, right? Now, of course, I want to know what game the college chose, but I'm sure everybody else would love to know how you did.
They chose a game called League of Legends, and my team placed second in the tournament.
Sweet. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. The US also has started ranking esports gamers as professional athletes, and um, on talking about tournaments, one of the games hosted, well, it's League of Legends, but Riot, the company that made the game, filled the Staples Center in under an hour when they did their Season 3 World Championship.
Nice.
Like,
Talk
it's,
about, right, popularity, for
yeah, that's
sure.
crazy.
Well, and right, like you're not talking about a young person's market anymore either, right? 29% of video gamers are over the age of 50, right? Look
Yeah,
at
so like,
myself, right? Oh, go ahead.
uh, I was just gonna say, like, your dad was probably, well, not your dad, but some kids out there, their dad was probably at that stadium hanging out,
Yep.
just like, whatever.
Probably.
Yeah.
I know I would have been if I'd have been in the area, right? But
Uh-huh.
right, I'm 42. I've been playing video games for 34 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The average player is now 30 plus years, right? They've
Mm-hmm.
been playing for more than 12 years. So it's no longer a kids or a teenage phenomenon. It's here to stay,
Yeah, it's
right? And like when you look at the amazing growth in the smartphones and tablets, right? That's going to be huge over the next few years. Like, look at Apple's App Store. They've got over 200,000 paid game apps currently in their Apple App Store, right? Android, of course, not to be outdone, has probably at least that many. And,
yeah.
right, like, well, and
That's
those aren't even the, right?
yeah, those are just paid games. There's so many free games out there too.
Yeah, right. They're
Yeah.
talking video game profits from the iOS and the Android, right? So your mobile devices are looking to be greater than the profits of Sony and Nintendo combined by 2016. Right? Like
Next year.
move over brand names. Here we go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but everybody's got one, right? Or if they don't, they're getting them and they're so much more convenient, right? You're not trying to lug your desktop around or your laptop, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
And gaming, right? Gaming is spreading worldwide, which
yes.
is awesome, right? You're looking at, right, like 54% of Poland's online population plays games,
Mhm.
right?
That's pretty good.
That's
That's
amazing.
half their population.
Yeah, right. And you're like, that's not even looking at where it's established. Like you look at the European, right, areas, right? They are heavy into gaming.
Yeah.
The Asian countries are getting more and more into gaming, right? Like this thing is
Yeah.
spreading like wildfire,
It's
right?
crazy.
For sure. But we could probably talk about games all day since, right? Like we're
Yeah,
gamers.
since we're both gamers.
You
But
betcha.
let's talk about MMO Cashout a bit. It's to me it's almost like a game, and in games I have to level up and I have to do the same in MMO Cashout. I'm able to rank up and stuff like that. I started as a squatter myself. I got my game store and I saw the potential with MMO Cashout needed to be at least peasant in order to share this opportunity with my friends because they kept bugging me. It was so
Oh, I
annoying.
bet.
They're just like, how are you making money? I'm like, I mean, look, I mean, what gamer doesn't want to know how to do that?
Well, and we already know how to build teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're focusing on right now is team building. So it's something that most gamers can find very, very easy to do for sure. Right? And being able to make money from their games and their passion for gaming, what gamer doesn't want to do that?
Yeah,
Right?
it's true.
But right, MMO Cashout. To go back to that, right? MMO Cashout helps people make money by teaching them how to spread the word, right? As this is how that works, right? They've created a brand new video game marketing platform which rewards members for their connections. Plain and simple. People can join only through invitation from an existing villager, like Michael or I, right? Or yourself when you, right, see the potential of this and get your own kingdom. And then all you need to do is spread the word. You can get a huge head start by being one of the first to send out invitations to MMO Cashout.
Hey, can you explain to our viewers how they can earn money with MMO Cash Out?
Sure, I'm sure they would love to hear that part and why most of them are on the call. So let me explain how you can certainly earn a substantial income as a villager with MMO Cashout. You can earn in a number of different ways. You can earn by building your kingdom, right? You can earn from the activity of your kindred. Now, these are the people that you've introduced into your kingdom, right, who've joined you and started their own villages and their own kingdoms. You can promote your own online store loaded with video games. Right, and there's going to be so much more to come. There's tournaments, cryptocurrency, beta testing games, new game development. There'll be a marketplace where gamers can find all of their gaming gear, so they're not digging through like baby stuff and
Stroll.
appliances and right? All of the rest of the stuff that's on like eBay or Craigslist or right.
Yeah,
Look at any of them, and right, trying to find gaming gear can be quite challenging at
quite
times.
a mess. Yeah,
For
I'm also pretty excited about ranking up and being able to earn the monthly car bonus and a vacation bonus. Like, ah, nice trip to like
what?
Cancun or something. Driving, like, driving your car around, just like, oh yeah, this is mine. I got
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I earned this one.
Yeah, I
For
earned this car. Um, I mentioned earlier that I started as a squatter and that I could rank up. Would you like to explain the difference in the ranks?
Sure. Right. There are a few different levels that you can come in at, starting at peasant for $10 a month. Then there's squire for $50 a month, or our top paying position, which is royal, at only $99 a month, right? So keeping this as absolutely affordable as possible for everybody. Now,
Mhm.
at every level, you get access to your personal game store and receive a commission for items sold in your store. Now, right now, during pre launch, you can choose to rise up to any of those three levels. After we launch, you're only going to be able to come in as a peasant for the $10 a month. And then there's going to be qualifications you're going to need to meet before you can rise up to squire or above.
Yeah, and as Elizabeth just pointed out, we are in pre-launch and the team building phase, but there are other ranks higher than Royal.
Absolutely. Right? But you must be at the royal level to start qualification for those levels. Now, your tax remains only $99 a month. It's based on which qualifications you meet. There are four additional levels. There's soldier, warrior, knight, and knight of the round table. Now, if you'd like more information about these ranks and the potential to earn over $10,000 from the fast track and leader bonuses, get back with the person who sent you to this call or to your liege lord. They're going to have that information available for you.
All right, can you also give our listeners an example of the money they can make in their kingdom as a royal?
Absolutely, right? We're in this to play games and have fun, but you couldn't do that if you weren't earning money. So before I go into the example, just right, to let everybody know that this is not a guarantee, right? This is just an example. All of the income that you earn is going to be based on your efforts. So just want that out there. But this is well, it's a relatively small example, but it's a great way to give you a bit of an idea. So
Mhm.
let's say that you've got 3,000 villages owned by peasants in your kingdom. You're going to earn a tax of $1,350 a month for those peasants. And you've got 3,000 villages owned by squires. You're going to earn a further tax of $4,500 a month for them. Now, just to be fun, right, let's throw in another 3,000 villages owned by royals. you're going to earn a tax off that of $10,500 a month. Now, if you add all of this up, which I'm sure everybody's scrambling to do, your earnings are over $16,000 a month. That's $16,350 a month in this example.
Yeah, and that's what, 9,000 total of the 2.5 billion gamers?
So we're targeting? You
Yeah,
betcha. Right?
that's
Very,
crazy.
very small slice of the pie. Like when you look at it, right, your kingdom can actually hold a total of 2 million people, right? 2
Hmm.
million villages per kingdom. So even that, right, 2.5 billion gamers, there's an awful lot of room in there,
Yeah.
right? But it
A
starts
lot
with
of.
you, right? And not a year or two from now, not after 50 million or 100 million other people have joined, right? You found out about it now. Hey, Michael, how many times have you heard this? If I was only in the right place at the right time, I could have been rich.
I've heard it a few times. Probably
I'm
not as much
sure.
as I should have, but I've heard it a few
Well,
times.
even at 18, right? You've heard it a few
Yeah, I've still
times.
heard it. Yep.
Well, by introducing the MMO Cashout platform to the world, you have the opportunity to never have to say that just by spreading the word. Or you're likely to hear this in a few months. Have you heard about MMO Cashout? I joined a couple of months ago and I am making so much money. Oops. How bad would you feel?
I'd probably beat myself up. Be
Just a
like, I heard
bit.
about this like 3 months
Hey,
ago.
you know, if I'd heard about this, I could have been rich,
I
right?
could have been like Scrooge McDucking, rolling in cash.
You
Ah,
betcha.
yeah, but so now is the time to get involved. At MMO Cashout, we know what is going to happen when we start the public invitation phase and open the invites to the 2.5 billion gamers, and that's just the gamers. That's not even the marketers.
You
Like
betcha.
it's gonna go viral right away, especially when parents realize that this may give them more time with their kids. For example, me and my mom, we game together and we work this business together. Like as a family, it's helping us bond a lot more. And I remember you were telling me, isn't this the first time your husband has been interested in your business?
Absolutely, right. He's always been amazingly supportive of the fact that I have my own business, but not overly interested in getting involved until I got into this and was chatting with somebody about it one day, spreading the word.
Hmm.
And he turned around from his game and he says to me, he says, you know, maybe I should get an account. And I just kind of looked at him and I'm like, what? He's like, well, yeah, I could make money from my PvPing and talking with my friends and spreading the word. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm going to fall out of my chair. Right?
What
But it's awesome
happened?
because, right, it gives us something as a couple over and above, of course, the fact that we're both gamers.
Yeah.
But it gives us something to work on. Right? It gives us one more thing to exactly, right, draw us closer together.
Yeah.
Right? Now, folks, you really should consider yourself privileged to hear about this first. You definitely want to be in place and ready to spread the word to all your gaming and marketing connections. Now is the time to take action. Like I said earlier, we've got everything in place. We've got perfect timing, a product with the largest global appeal. Remember, 2.5 billion gamers, and like Michael said, that doesn't even include those of us that are marketers,
Hmm.
right? Backed by an experienced and successful team. So don't wait for millions more to join ahead of you in MMO Cashout. Secure your position today by contacting the person that invited you to this presentation. Ask them how you can get your own MMO Cashout kingdom. Get in on the excitement, get in on the money, folks, or the dungeon may be your next stop. And in this particular case, the loot is not in the dungeon.
No lead in the dungeon. With that being said, we would like to thank you for joining us tonight and have fun gaming.
Happy rampaging, folks.